Well, here I am back in the raspberry patch. Since I'm out here, I wanted to tell you a little bit more about the benefits of raspberries. Raspberries can be used, like the raspberry itself has medicinal value. It's really wonderful to, it's high in fiber, it's wonderful to keep and prevent you from getting cancer, and it'll actually slow down cancer when if you have cancer already. This has been scientifically proved and tested. The raspberry is also good for sperm count in men. If you can get a better quality of sperm, and it helps with fertility. The entire raspberry plant helps in fertility matters. There's a whole bunch of different benefits. It's good for cholesterol, and it's good for preventing heart disease. And as a prevention, this is one of the better foods that you can be using and enjoying. And there are different types of raspberries. There's wild and tame raspberries. There's wine berries, thimbleberries, black raspberries. Not to be confused with black cap berries. When you pick a raspberry, and I'll just pick one here. When you pick a raspberry, it's like a little thimble, and the actual there's part of the raspberry that's left behind, and if you're picking a black raspberry, that goes with the black cap berry. So that's the way you can tell the difference between a black raspberry and a black cap berry, which is what we called them when we were kids, and now they're just called blackberries. So I think they called them the black cap because that was to teach us the difference. The other thing I want to talk to you about with the benefits of raspberry are, I've used this, it's considered a woman's medicine, and the raspberry plant has a lot of the vitamin A, the B complex, the C's, minerals such as iron and calcium and phosphorus, magnesium, not to mention malic and citric acid, pectin, and silicon. It actually has selenium. A lot of trace minerals are in the raspberry plants. So let's see. We make raspberry tea, decoctions, and infusions, and these have been used for thousands of years, the raspberries, and they're considered, for the most part, a woman's, like I mentioned, a woman's medicine. They're used for the uterus and actually the entire female reproductive system. Raspberry leaves balance hormones. And when you're picking the raspberry leaf, I wanted to go over and show you some of the first year raspberry leaves. So I'm going to go over here to a place where I planted some more raspberries. These are first year raspberry leaves. And as you can tell, most raspberries have between 3 and 7 leaves on their branch. The different raspberries are shaped a little different. Some of them are more elongated and have like this. Some are heart-shaped, and that's, if you really get to know raspberries, you'll know the difference between the different types of raspberry leaves, and each plant. Oh, and there's a medicine wheel teaching here too. The raspberries come in different colors, so you've got a yellow or orange type raspberry, you have a red raspberry, you have a purple raspberry, and you have the black raspberry. So we have a medicine wheel teaching about the raspberries. Anyway, back to the leaves. The raspberry leaves balance the hormones, and when you're picking them, pick the first year plants. Raspberries usually grow only 2 years, so your first year canes, which these ones are, they don't produce the raspberries. They'll produce next year, and then they die off, and they just keep come up from rhizomes, I believe, if I remember correctly, and they'll just keep producing year after year. You don't have to worry about running out of them and stuff. So anyway, the raspberry leaves balance the hormones. They prepare the body for ovulation, menstruation. They're great for if you're having PMS issues. They prepare the uterus for childbirth. They're great for in pregnancy. They strengthen the uterus walls. They relieve uterine and intestinal spasms. They help in recovery from childbirth and problems with menopause. There's a vitamin K in the raspberry also. It's found in the leaves, and it helps in blood clotting and preventing hemorrhage. So that's one of the teas that you can give after. Well, it's actually used in an infusion that's mixed to give to people after they've had the children or the baby, and to help prevent that hemorrhaging that can sometimes happen. Traditionally raspberries have been used in iron deficiency and for anemia, iron deficiency anemia. So that's one of the things that raspberry leaves have been used for a really, really long time. So that's just some of the little benefits from the raspberry leaves, and I just want you to appreciate this wonderful gift that the Creator gave us. Tomorrow I'll have lots more raspberries to pick, and they're just, like I said, they just keep on coming this year. So I'm absolutely pleased and happy. One of the things that I do, and I truly believe, I've been doing it all my life, but I truly believe it helps the spirit of raspberry in your yard or in the raspberries that you pick wherever it is sing to them. They love it, and they seem to produce more when you're singing about how wonderful the Creator made them, and that they're helping fulfill their purpose by sacrificing and sharing their beautiful fruit with us, and we are looking after them, and it's a win-win situation for everyone. And I just want you to remember how to give thanks and praise the Creator for such a wonderful gift. And as a last note, they're really helpful for old people like me. They will help you keep mental clarity, and there have been tests recently where they're being used for Alzheimer's, and I'm not sure if it's prevention, but I'm just going to keep on eating them. With the high fiber, they're also good for weight loss, and I think that's another wonderful benefit. So enjoy your raspberries, and thank you, Chimigwich.